Trained by our director of the home, James Gardner, we have Frank Pacheco and his dog Rudolph from Silver Springs, Maryland. And we also have home trained by one of our home training instructors, Christina Vetrano, Paul Stitchko and his dog Lava from Peabody, Massachusetts. So congratulations to those guys as well. At this point in the program, I'm going to turn it over to our president and CEO, Thomas Panic.
Thank you, Miranda. Good job, guys. Very nice. This side. Here it is. Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Guiding Eyes, family and friends. Thank you for being here on this very special day. My name is Thomas Panic. My dog's name is Gus, and we are also graduates of Guiding Eyes. And this is a very special day for everyone here. A lot comes together. First, I'd like to start by recognizing anybody from the Canine Development Center that helps with the puppies. Please stand up in a room and let's get a round of applause, because that's where it all begins. The staff at the Canine Development Center cares for the dogs from birth through the time that they go into the home socializing. And I know that we may have some potential future home socializers here today, Dave and Marty, but we've also had all sorts of individuals help with the home social program. And anytime we have a run on puppies, I encourage you to step up, talk to family and friends about taking care of those dogs for a couple of days, because it really helps to provide an experience for them. We even had a board member, Kurt Landtroop, Diane, and Zach take care of puppies for us over the weekend, last weekend. So it's a very special way to get involved with Guiding Eyes. And then the dog goes in for training, goes to the Razor families. And I met some of the Razor families for this class, and the dedication and love that's given to these dogs, these Guiding Eyes dogs, these future guide dogs, it's hard to even express how much you give to our program, and I really want to thank you for that. It's a great deal of contribution to allow these dogs to be sitting here with us today. And then they go in for training, and people like Miranda and her team, Megan and Woody, all come together and train the dogs. Mike is here as well, so that we can get to this day, this point, where the dog is able to go home with the graduate successfully. And at that point in time, we have individuals that come together to help us to sponsor the teams. I'd like to point out, if you could give a warm round of applause for Harold Skolnick for sponsoring Baldwin. Thank you. And Sherry Guter's family sponsored the graduation today, along with Sally Stockhammer. A round of applause for them as well. But that's the serious business. I'll take it to a lighter note for a second and say that we all have hobbies that occupy us. And I was in the hallway on the way over, and Miranda, who has been training this team and doing such a great job, told me that she has my chair about to be fixed. I got to tell you, it's just a funny story. Bear with me, graduates, for a second here. I recently ran a long race through New York City, and when I got to work on Monday, I struggled to get up the stairs. And there was this chair there, and I have a variety of chairs in my office. The hobby of Miranda is collecting chairs, collecting chairs. And the chair that Miranda gave to me in my office is a chair that has the springs poking through it. She keeps promising me that she's going to fix it. So now that your class is graduating, Miranda, I hope you can fix that chair, because I got to tell you, not being able to see it is quite uncomfortable selecting the wrong one. Other hobbies. Let's talk about the class. Let me think first. Gail learns books. Told me that she had never had a dog before. And now, with Pippi, you wouldn't believe it. I never thought in 1,000 years that I would kiss a dog, and she kisses her dog every day. So thank you for that, Gail. I hope that you'll write a children's book about Pippi one day. And I have to say, Tom, your family, you and I have talked about taking your dog home to your family, and what a wonderful experience that'll be with Baldwin. I was in PetSmart the other day when Sandra taught me a thing or two, didn't you, Sandra? I didn't know I was supposed to do obedience. Somehow I missed that part, but I walked into PetSmart and Sandra was doing obedience with Ichabod, and she taught me how to do obedience with Gus. So trainers cover their ears, but that was actually very, very helpful. Alan, thank you for the invitation to California. I will take you up on that mid-January here in New York. Some of our dogs are going to cold weather climates. Some of our dogs are going to warm weather climates. And speaking of hobbies, we have another graduate with a hobby. And I'll tell you that it's Texas Hold'em. Come on. Admit it. Who is it? Alan told me a story once that he calls all of his dogs Ace when he gets home to the casino. Nobody calls the dogs and distracts them. And I got to share this story, and forgive me, it might be a little off color, but Alan was once, it's okay to share this one, Alan? All right. Alan was once in the casino, and he's a VIP in the casino. He's that good at Texas Hold'em. And he actually ended up one day, and he's doing really well. And the lady next to him says, "Sir, I know it's good luck, but you got to stop rubbing my foot." She didn't know Ace was under the table. But now he's got Baker, a.k.a. Ace, so good luck with the Texas Hold'em there. All right, you're welcome. So I'd like to stop before I get ahead of myself and just introduce someone who's very special to us, someone who I used to introduce as our director of training, who is an award-winning individual more recently for the work that she's done to contribute to the field of guide dogs, and that is our vice president of training, Kathy Zabricki. Kathy?
And we are delighted that you're able to share this very happy occasion with us when we come together to celebrate the many people who made this day possible. And I'd like to ask all our puppy raisers to please stand up. You are truly extraordinary people, and by opening your hearts and your homes to a Guiding Eyes puppy, you've given an extraordinary gift, and we are very grateful to all of you. And yes, I brought my tissues too. Guiding Eyes is very fortunate to have a team of instructors, talented and wholly dedicated to success. So I'd like to thank Woody, Megan, and you know her in the program as Christine. I'll let her tell you Woody, Megan, Miranda, Mike, Dan, and Jolene for doing such a wonderful job of preparing these teams for their new lives together. You've done great work, and we're very proud. And on behalf of the entire Guiding Eyes staff, I'd like to congratulate all the graduates on their success. Making a decision to partner with a guide dog is an act of courage. And learning how to work with a guide dog takes patience, perseverance, and a good sense of humor. And we have been inspired by you to yourself and to your dog. And as you prepare to go home and turn the page on the next chapter of your life, please know that we will always be here not only to celebrate your many successes, but to support and assist you in any way possible. Congratulations once again. We have enjoyed having you with us. And to everyone who helps us on this journey, whether it's through the gift of your time, your financial support, or by sharing our stories with others. 1,000 thank yous from our hearts to yours. Thank you. And I know this class has a lot they'd like to share with you today, so I'd like to invite Miranda back to the podium.
Well, this will be short on my part anyway. I would like to introduce our first of our graduate presentations. Christina Granquist will be singing She Is Love, a song by Parachute. Now, for our at-home viewers on YouTube, because of copyright purposes, but I promise the sound will be back very, very shortly. Here's Christina.
All right, I'm a little nervous, so I hope this goes okay. I'm going to be singing a song for you guys a cappella today, and I chose it because I felt like it was symbolic of the relationship that we have with these dogs and all of the things that they do for us. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. I've been beaten down, I've been kicked around.
You did a great job. That was amazing. We have a very gifted group of folks in this class. Our next graduate presentation is an original poem written by Dr. Michael Jones.
One of failing light, my way he illumines, on courses once fearfully trod, directing yet following over paths shadow darkens, faithfully protecting on stone, brick, or sod. Undeserved yet another gift from his hand, thankful for this tool and this friend. He will help in traversing from mountain to sand, ever faithful kind providence beginning to end. Unique was his training, his skill is amazing. Through this we've been taught to work as a team. He is gentle and bright, his temperament endearing, a bond being forged for a future agleam. In more ways than one, he's just my size, for granted my guiding eyes.
Good job. So not only can they learn to work these amazing dogs so well, they write poems, they sing songs, they write speeches. They're making me look good. At this point in our program, I would like to introduce Linda D'Amato, and Linda is the director of our puppy program and a dear friend. Linda?
What a great day. So, on behalf of the Canine Development Center up in Patterson, I'd like to extend sincere and heartfelt congratulations to the class. And it's truly a privilege to be here today to share this day with every single person, and I promise you, you go home with a gift. It's amazing to be here. So, I'd like to I don't know if you know this. How many volunteers do we have? Do you have any idea? Make a guess, somebody. 1,400 volunteers are generous donors and dedicated staff who fill the role here in the journey of a Guiding Eyes puppy, every single step of the way. So there's countless volunteers who, Tom was talking previously about the nights and the days and the cold and, every imaginable kind of weather and what people do for the puppies, our breeding dogs. It's amazing, and it's a journey that we can't do without all of you. So I also want to say we have a very important group here today, and that is our college students. And you may not realize this, but we have numerous colleges who have affiliated themselves with one of our 38 puppy raising regions, raising dogs. So we have a group here today from Ithaca College. You guys want to stand up so we can applaud you? And I can't thank you all enough. And one of those raisers actually started before college, and she has raised dogs for us now. So it's a pretty amazing journey that people of all different ages can do, and it's a journey. And I think most raisers end up telling me and telling most of us that they've gotten more than they gave at the end of the day. Pretty awesome. So finally, I just want to really acknowledge again our puppy raisers. We can't do it without you. And it does take a village to raise a puppy, but you have such a big influence, and you have these puppies for generally about 16 to 18 months. And I would like to ask you to stand so we can really acknowledge you. So please stand. Thank you. This is a big day for our puppy raisers. They bring their dogs in when they're about 16 to 18 months old and say goodbye to them. And a lot of people say, how could you do that? How could you keep them in your heart and then give them back? And they've never been really the puppy raisers, but in their heart they've given their heart and soul. And it's such a selfless gift to be doing that. So what I'd like to do is to ask each person, and by the way, I am going to mention if a puppy raiser couldn't be here because they may be watching on our live stream, and so I will mention so we can still applaud for them. And so we're going to ask one person from the raiser family or unit to come up and accept their certificate, which Miranda has, and photo. So I'd like to start with Guiding Eyes Baker, raised by the Phil Melendez family. Baldwin, raised by the Johnson family. Guiding Eyes Lucinda, raised by Ashley Hunt. I did this out of order. I apologize. Ichabod, raised by and Nancy Spalding. Guiding Eyes Nemo, raised by the Brado family. So they couldn't be here today, but I just want you to know this is their 11th dog. Pretty amazing. Guiding Eyes Pippi, raised by the Pichette family. Timmy was raised by Elena Gribskov and Alexander Guiha. Now, oftentimes we have dogs that have been raised by 2 or more families. Some people like starting puppies, some people like finishing them, or life just has changed. So in this case, Timmy was also raised by Anne and Julia Halburian. And Guiding Eyes Trinket, raised by Fernando Mamie. So for the Miranda mentioned action dogs, so I do want to mention Guiding Eyes Indiana, raised by Ron and Ann Mochinsky. And Jarvis was raised by 2 raisers, Kathleen Hayward and I want to mention Kathleen has raised 11 dogs, and Guiding Eyes Jarvis was also raised by Carol Rogers, who has raised now, she's on her 17th dog. So, yay. And then our home training dogs, Guiding Eyes Rudolph, raised by the Carolyn family. Rudolph was also raised by Tammy and Darren Sycon. And Guiding Eyes Lava was raised by the Rowland family. We're good. So I think you'll all agree. Are we about in agreement here? Are they here? Okay. From small things, from small beginnings to great things. And if you turn that way to that door over there. So these 2 puppies, Iron and Harvey, which one is Iron? That's Iron with Iron Man. That's my grandson, Johnny. And that's Madeline. That's Tom and Melissa Panick's daughter. And she has Harvey. And they're both leaving today, going, and one of them is going with the Ithaca College group, right? Oh, just traveling, but going up that way. So I think it's important for you to know, because you can't leave here without a puppy fix. So at the end of the hallway down here, they're available for autographs. So, and they're getting heavy. So I think I told my grandson, don't drop them. And that's Maria Lazaro, who every dog that comes through Guiding Eyes knows and loves. Maria Lazaro. So I just want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes, and this is from Jane Goodall. Jane said, "What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of a difference you want to make." And I want to say to you, thank you for making a great difference.
Okay. So, it is tough to follow puppies, but I have every confidence that our next graduate speaker, Tom Babinski, is going to also impress. Here you go.
Good afternoon. My name is Tom Babinski, and I'm here with my guide dog, Baldwin. Today, we are here, first and foremost, to thank you, all of you, who made this day happen. But also, today, to celebrate that these students are now able to continue leading a happy, fulfilling, and complete life. Let me give you a couple of examples. I met a gentleman here, over the weeks became a good friend. His wife lost her ability to take care of herself 3 years ago. With the help of his guide dog, he's able to visit his wife. He provides the support to her that they used to provide to each other. He's also able to lead a social life. And I also would like to mention my personal example. I have long distances to walk, and I travel quite frequently to places that I've never been to before. Baldwin is going to help me get to these places faster and more efficiently. But that's not everything. He is going to help me raise my kids in a way that they can be proud of me. My kids will know that blindness is just a different ability. I also would like to point out that leading a lifestyle with a guide dog is a very healthy lifestyle. And probably it's a not very well-known fact, but the World Health Organization defines health as physical, spiritual, and social well-being, and not just a lack of illness. A guide dog provides us just that. I have met many people who lost their sight and became lost in life. Here, people who lost their sight got a guide dog and were able to lead the life they had before. We're leaving tomorrow, and our job is to educate. It's very important that we represent the education we received, that we show people that we are able to function just like everybody else. And if any time anybody will ask us where are those good-mannered and well-groomed guide dogs coming from, well, we'll just tell them that it's Guiding Eyes for the Blind who made it happen for us. I would like to point out and thank deeply from my heart the people who trained us. Miranda, Megan, Woody, and Jolene. They have showed us patience we have never known existed. They have showed us skills and professionalism. I also would like to mention Mike and Dan, who are always ready to give us a hand, who educated us about living with a guide dog and also showed us what it means to help each other. Can we give them a hand? But I'm not done. I would like to thank you, all of you here, who made this happen. I want to thank the people who fed us. I would like to thank the people who cleaned up all the waste after our dogs and, well, ourselves. I would like to thank all the puppy raisers that graciously volunteered their time to give us these wonderful dogs. I would like to thank all the volunteers, and I also would like to thank the people who financially contributed to this program, because now, as we are going home, I would like you to understand that it's a huge, huge impact in so many lives. And what you're doing makes a huge difference. Please continue to support this organization. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I want to just take a moment and address my class. You guys have been a fantastic group of individuals who have given me everything you have every single day that you've been here. 21 days. You have given me your all. And I appreciate every single moment and of your energy and your drive. You are one of the hardest working group of individuals, and you have become a class like no other that I've experienced. You really came together as a unit and were unbelievably supportive of each other. This process is not smooth. It is not easy. It is a lot of ups and downs, and you are going to have stumbling blocks when you come to train with a guide dog. There is no way around it. And you have all embraced your experience here, and you have supported each other, and you were a pleasure to work with. I am honored that I got to be a part of your journey with your guide dog, and I can't wait to hear the stories of how you guys are going to go on and how your lives are going to change for the better. So thank you to my class, first of all. To my team of instructors. You guys are amazing. You work together so very well. You were so connected. Woody, Megan, Mike, Dan, Jolene. Again, I thank you for all of your hard work. I know this has been months and months and months in the making. Woody, you are a terrific leader. Megan, you're very funny. Megan is actually, this will be her last class as a class instructor, and she will be moving into our home training department. Moving into her slot is our newest member of the training department, Mike Siglio, who did his apprentice blindfold experience this month. And I'm sure if you ask him about it, he can tell you about his experiences as well. And Dan, our IA, we really, literally, the days that you weren't here, we were still looking for you. We relied on you so heavily. So thank you again for everything. I'm very proud to say that I was part of the team of instructors for this class. You guys were amazing to work with, and I thank you for all of your hard work. All right. And now it's time for certificates. So, I would like to thank, oh, by the way, Dan, if you could stand up for just a quick moment. After graduation is over, Dan will be conducting a kennel tour probably about 25 to 30 minutes after the ceremony is done here. So that's the guy you got to find if you want to go on our kennel tour. Okay. This has been an amazing experience. I've been through a number of classes, and each one is so special and unique. I just want to thank everyone who has been a part of making this day possible. It is really a pleasure to be a part of this moment. And here come the certificates. Congratulations to Christina and Trinket. Congratulations to Sandra and Ichabod. Congratulations to Anna and Lucinda. Congratulations to Doc and Timmy. Congratulations to Gail and Pippi. Congratulations to William and Nemo. Congratulations to Tom and Baldwin. And, of course, congratulations to Alan and Baker. Again, I'm thankful for everyone who joined us here in Yorktown as well as on YouTube. This has been just a pleasure to have everyone here. We do have some refreshments in our dining room area. We have cake and cookies and punch. Puppy raisers, we are pretty much done. So if you guys would like to come up and introduce yourselves to the graduates, all get together. Thank you. Oh, Oh, yes. And we do have a space available by our reception area. Any of the puppy raisers and graduates would like a photo taken together. So thank you all for coming. And that's all I have. Goodbye.